how has that affected your approach to the catalog, your discovery systems?
I think the first thing to recognize is, because of the emphasis on the journal literature and the dominant role of Medline since the early 70s, the catalog has always been much less important for an academic medical library than for a standard academic library. So development in academic medical libraries in the 80s was much more focused on getting good access to Medline and to other serial resources. And to a certain extent that's still true. We made a decision, and I guess it was part of those same discussions about journals and e-books. I think there's a philosophical decision that has to be made about the catalog, which is the catalog the record of the items that you own? Or is it a means of finding out what you can get access to? In the print world, those were essentially the same, so we didn't have that philosophical question. In the digital world, when there is an increasing amount of valuable content available for free, and where many of us are in a variety of consortial relationships where people in our communities have access to stuff that we're not paying for, it made more sense to us to use the catalog as a means of identifying things that we think are of value to our community that they can get access to. So we put a lot of stuff in our catalog that we don't pay for, but that we think it's useful to bring together. Now, we recognize that it's a clunky device, and so we are looking at things like Primo and Summon, and have some ideas for how we want to move forward, which at this point are largely financial issues that we need to work through. But I've been pretty encouraged by the last year or two's development of some of the discovery layers.
Well, the transition you're talking about is in a sense embodied in we don't really talk about catalogs as much, we're talking more about discovery systems.
Right.
And that seems to embody what you
Yeah.
really are talking about.
Yeah.